Welcome to
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
talk about so many different things
How you
related to
been?
life and living.
What's going on? What's good?
The storyline.
Are you
Please
getting it
subscribe
in?
and check it out.
Somebody
Later
getting it
on
for
what
you?
to do. So welcome
What's
to
going
Wait, what time
on, people?
Follow me on Instagram.
Subscribe to my channel. What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Saturday. Anyway, being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Now, I no longer gonna keep saying that because until the situation changes, as far as me going back to the regular way and stuff, I have to buy another camera and stuff. I just haven't went to the store to pick up one yet. I'm going to do it. I just haven't done it yet, and I figured I'm just letting the universe work because maybe this is what God wants me to do as of now. But anyway, I want to talk about something that the one thing that I always get in a conversation with to a lot of guys that get upset with me is, Raven, I'm not going to kill you. It's not funny. And I know some of you on this page, so I'm not trying to, I'm not going to out you, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Now, me, myself, I didn't know about the killing of the two spirit women as far as being murdered. I learned this information when I decided to go, you know, well, when I started doing stories on the girls being killed and stuff like that. And when I learned, well, at first I thought, you know, that I didn't understand why they were being murdered. Then I kept noticing the pattern of these girls knew the guys that killed them. These girls were having sex with the guys that killed them. These girls was friends with the guys that killed them. These girls rented cars with guys that killed them. These girls had conversation with guys that killed them. And when it came back, the guy said, well, I didn't know what she was. And then the cops started checking text messages and stuff, and they found out that the guys been lying and that the guys knew what they was all the time. Now, some of the girls you kind of could suspect and say, well, you know, you could kind of tell. But then some you would never know because there was some really beautiful one. And it's one of my friends said to me, I'm not worried about being passable because they're killing y'all. It's not funny, but just what she told me. She said, you passive ones, they're killing y'all left and right. So I don't want to be passive. But I was like, don't say that. But anyway, I hope she don't hear that, but she probably in this channel too. But this is the thing. And I'm going to take blame for this, especially you guys that hit me up and stuff, say, Raven, give me a chance. I haven't got there, and I always tell y'all, I'm going to get there one day, maybe not. But the problem is with me, I had a guy come see me last day and stuff, came over to talk to me. It was no sexual thing. I do have friends that I don't have the sex with. So we had a little conversation and stuff, and we talked, and the problem was, I think he wanted this, oh God, I hope you'll see this. Anyway, the problem was that he wanted to spend the night. And I was like, oh. Now before I became who I am now, as far as being jaded, I'd have been like, yeah, sure, you can stay right there on the couch, it's no big deal. But now I'm like, if I let this guy sleep and I fall asleep in another room, that's when he's gonna come in and get the knife and start stabbing me. And then, you know, making some bizarre story about I led him on, or we had sex, or, you know, something just so he doesn't want to go to jail. So basically, he's gonna have a reason why he killed me. And we had the whole conversation. It was nothing negative. Everything about the conversation was really positive. And it wasn't even about me and him. It was about growth and, you know, as far as being somebody that's trying to do something prosper, as far as building a brand. You know, a lot of different things stuff with her. I don't want to talk about his business, but when he was like, and this is one thing men will tell me in a minute. They said, well, you kicking me out. Yeah, I'm kicking you out. Because if I kick you out, I get to live another day. If I don't kick you out, you're going to kill me. And I had a conversation with someone else speaking to that, and hope God, I hope you don't see. I know he's on this channel for sure. He was like, what is wrong with you, Raven? I'm not going to kill you. I'm not going to kill you. I was like, oh my God, that sounds just like the killer. And I had a crush on him. God, I know he's going to see this. And please, if you see this, don't say that. I had a crush on him for like forever. And I always wanted to be with him like forever. And we talked for like good 10 years now. and I never met him. He never been to my house, but he always tells me off because he can't believe, you know, that I'm here, and we never met. He's like, would you stop? Would you stop? And whenever I do a story, like I did with this girl, Dina Martin, I just did a story about her, and basically she got killed in a car. My personal opinion is she probably taking the guy back home who killed her. Or he robbed her and she got up on her car and drove after him and he killed her in the car. You know, the thing is that my personal opinion, I'm not saying it's always the case, like the girls get murdered. I'm not saying they always knew, but a lot of them knew who their killer was. And when my best friend came over here and spent the night, I was scared. I couldn't, this is how traumatized I've been. Me and known each other for like fucking ever, and I was scared. And I was so scared that he was gonna kill me that I couldn't even sleep. Now we used to live together and stuff like that, but the person I am now, I'm like so afraid of being murdered. I probably end up being murdered. But it just becomes the problematic of me trusting men. And I always feel like I'm going through this because I love men so much. I was like, you men can't do nothing to me because I love y'all too much. I love men. You know, and then I got to the point, well, I hate men. Then I had to change it. I hate men's behavior. I don't hate men. Then I got to the point, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to date women. Then I was like, oh my goodness, they got a cootie cat. I don't want none of that. Not saying what's wrong with it. But it's like, I don't want to become like a battered girl as far as, you know, the men beat me down mentally. I have to go to something else. And then I would be the kind of girl that would cheat on her to get with a man, you know, because it is what it is. I'm not attracted to that way. And I think women are the most beautiful people in the world, but I love men more. And I don't generalize anybody's sexuality. You know, listen, if you're a two-spirit woman, love woman, go for it. I don't knock nothing. If you can find your happiness, go for it. Whatever makes you happy, whatever pen you want to put in your book and write your story, go for it. But me, mine's always been a man. And the thing about it is, since I transitioned and stuff, I met a lot of men and I've not even been attracted to. I'll say about 80% of them I've never even been attracted to. And about the 20% I've been attracted to, they've been killers, they've been muggers, they've been everything else, and cops, and it's every man that I really want to be with is the man I should never want to be with. And it's bad because when I meet the guy that's like really, really good, he's like, oh, I don't know. He's like the discreet guy. Oh, I don't know. You got to put something to do. Oh, I'm afraid, Raven. I'm afraid. And it's like, oh my God. So if dating him is like dating a woman. No offense to guys that like discreetness. I have no problem with that. If that's what you want to do, and you girls that want to support that, you just make sure you take a picture of him and send it to your friend, because that's the killer. I'm just saying. And he's like, Raven, stop, but it is what it is. And I noticed the levels that I got into now that I wasn't here before. Like, I love men so much. And sometimes I feel like I generalize everything. When a girl tells me, she's like, Raven, I got a man. I'm like, girl, you better watch your back. Because you're in the house with the killer. Like, you lock the door. You lock the killer in with you. And I'm not saying that I'm listening. By no means I'm saying that the guy you met is a killer. But I'm just saying, I'm not there with you, but I'm always watching. Look, girl, you okay? You know, and I'm looking. I check y'all pages. I mean, not saying nothing. I'll be looking and saying, is you okay? Says you okay? And the thing about it, I noticed a lot of two-spirit women that's died and stuff, and I try to have a conversation, find out what happened to them, and no one wants to let me know why they died. And these girls that died that I haven't even reported, that y'all don't even know about, it's only because they was all under 30, but they just died. It's like 4 girls that was under 30, all dead. I asked a couple of people what happened to them. Everybody's hush-hush. Now, that part scares me the most. How could you be a two-spirit woman and another woman dies and you want to let her? It's almost as if she never existed. Because as far as I know, and I could be wrong, as far as I know, I feel like I'm the only one that's doing these stories on these girls murdered. Now, if you said, Raven, there's somebody else doing stories on these girls being murdered, you could put it at the bottom, because I love to hear about it. Because I love to check out their material and seeing all the work they're doing as well. But I don't see too many people doing that and stuff. And it's almost as if these girls don't even exist. Now, I understand people like the dead name and stuff like that. But dead name, in my personal opinion, is important. And the reason why I said dead name is support, because a lot of girls online that's dressed up as girls do not live as women once they go offline. They live as boys. So at the end of the day, while their family looking for them and they got the boy name, everybody know she online as a girl name. Nobody knows she did. So now she's out missing as a boy, got her boy pictures all up. We don't know who the hell he is, because when we saw him, he was like a girl, so we don't get it. And I'm just talking about the ones who really don't tell the truth about their transition. But when it comes to me, back to piggybacking back, when it comes to me, when I meet men and stuff, I become very afraid. I'm always afraid that he's going to kill me. And if I do meet a man, I'm always wondering how long is he going to be there. Like, I'm negative Nancy. And the thing about it is, if I do with him, and I know it's going to come a point where he's not going to want to use protection, and then when he don't want to use protection, then that's going to put me in a situation where it becomes compromised. And I've been through this before too. A guy didn't want to use protection. I was like, no. And we basically kind of broke up, and I don't know if you do it with another girl, because what I won't do, another girl will. And we only had sex one time, and I talked about him too. And that was it. We was together. He was like, this is so fucked up, because he was my longest relationship, and that was 2 months since I've been full time. So the longest I've ever been in a relationship is 2 months. And we only had sex one time. And the reason why he left me in the second month is because my money ran out. Yeah, I was one of the dum-dums. I was taking care of him, trying to get him on his feet. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to work with you. He come out of prison. You know, I'm prison break, bitch. Help a man get him out of prison, help him get on his feet. And he helped me. He helped me to my bank account. Then he helped himself out the door with his new girl that I done paid for. Her clothes, her anyway. So it just become problematic with me when I try to move forward with the man. And I'm sitting here with you because I don't know if anybody else is going through this as well. When you meet a man, do you feel as though you're on the clock? I just don't know how to get past it. And I meet a lot of men and I want to go further. It's 2019. I'm trying to push myself there. But I don't know the tools I need to take because I'm still scared. And every time I do a murder of a girl being murdered, I'm like, see, here we go again. Here we go again. Another man done killed her. They can't find him because he already know what to do, because he's already been dating us. He's behind the scenes. He's text messaging us. He's talking to us. And he already knows what to do, because he did so much research on you before he met you that he could kill you. Even when my friend came over yesterday, all I kept thinking was, Raven, set up booby traps, set up booby traps. I set up, anyway. Anyway, well, fuck it. I set up so many booby traps that he would have did one thing, shit would have been on. And it became so, and I kept saying to myself, Raven, are we really going to do this for the rest of our life, you know? Am I still going to just be living this way as far as, you know, being afraid? And I am afraid. I'm not going to front. And I know some people be like, well, Raven, you know, but some of y'all just don't really care. Some of y'all act like it won't happen to you. And I always feel as though the only time you can really get murdered is when your guard is down. And I'm not saying all men murder and stuff. And some men are really good, but at the end of the day, we're still getting murdered. 2019, the first person murdered, homicide, was a trans woman. The first murder this year was a trans woman. So what did I tell you? We don't get a chance to find out who she was with or something. So, you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm just asking yourself, from you to me, maybe you could give me twos to say, Raven, do little steps. I don't know, because I'm always thinking he's the killer. And I always feel like the only way somebody could kill you is with your guard is down. And some people are like, well, Raven, it's the kind of men you date. Listen, I date doctors, lawyers. I got robbed by somebody working Wall Street. There is no certain description of a killer. And if you don't believe me, Google men that have killed. You're going to see some of the fine men you ever seen in your life. I mean, drop dead gorgeous. And they done committed murder, well, allegedly. But the thing about it, the ones I have to see, a lot of them really nice looking. And they killed their wives. They killed their boyfriends. They just killed. So to just sit back and think that a killer looks a certain kind of way You better do more research because they don't look that way. And the only way a killer can really get you, they're the nicest people you want to meet. They treat you like a diamond. They make you feel like you're God's gift on this world. They make you feel like you're here and everything about you is important to be here. And they want to celebrate you. And next thing you know, it's not funny. You in a coffin and they throwing dirt over your ass. And he going, oh, Raven, I'm so sorry, my baby. The bitch done killed me. It's not funny. But anyway, I just wanted to share this with you. Maybe you could give me some clues or some ideas of what I could do to try not to be so afraid. But I'm scared. But I don't want to live my life like forever alone. But I'm scared. Like, I'm scared. I don't know how to, I'm trying to get past it. And I thought I got a little better till my friend came over last night. And when I asked him, he was like, oh, you throwing me out? And I was like, yeah. And it was cool as fuck. I sat here and said everything else. You know, I'm like this. When I sit down and I'm like this and you trying to talk to me, I'm like this. Like, I'm not having no conversation with you because I'm letting you know it's time for you to go. Anyway. I'll be reading your comments and stuff, knowing you feel about this. How do you feel about trying to get past the fact of letting a man spend the night? Even though I've been friends, some of them, like I said before, I've been friends with some for 10, 7 years, 8 years, 25 years, and they never spend the night because I'm scared. And they keep trying to tell me, Raven, I'm not going to kill you. And I'm like, oh my God, that's the killer. And it's like, what is wrong with you? And I know I never was acting this way until I started doing these YouTube death videos and stuff. So maybe I'm just coming to you, asking you to help me get past this because I don't know what to do. And if you just like me, please put it down there too. Say, Raven, I'm just like you, girl. I'm scared too. Anyway, like I said before, subscribe to my channel. At the top, there's an Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow back. I want to feel about this. How do I get to the next level of letting a man spend the night over and not being so damn scared? Can you imagine me having a husband? I'll be sleeping in the other room. I just don't know how to break past the trauma. It's just so much trauma in my big old head that I just can't get in shape. But I'm looking for your feedback and stuff. And let me know how you deal with this. How would you deal with this? And I understand people say, well, don't just sleep with them. Listen, I know some of y'all want to save your cootie cat from marriage and stuff like that. Whatever way y'all get there. But listen, some girls ain't got time to be waiting for all that extra shit. You get there into the bed, saving yourself a marriage, getting that bed and find he got a itty bitty, he got a little bitty pee bug. You say, now what am I do with this? And it don't even work. And another thing I know is off of piggyback. A lot of guys want to date me because I'm tall to be the top in the bed. Now I don't know where that part comes in at, but they want me to be the man in the bed. And they're like, well, I love you, girl. I'll fight for you. But then you want me to be the man in bed. Like, that's, to me, that's a disrespect for my transition or what I'm doing to make. But if I'm heading into womanhood, why are you trying to bring the manhood with me? Because you've been watching too much porn. And some reason you collaborated that into me. The same way y'all collaborate the RuPaul show into me. Y'all think we all the same. We're individuals. And I always feel as though there are some girls out here that top. There's some girls that don't get, you know, popped in the butt. But to me, I feel as though to do your research on a girl, have a conversation, and that's it. But that's just up to you. But as far as me, I'm not topping no man. So if you want me to fuck you in the butt, you're on your own. I ain't doing it. Anyway, like I said before, at the top there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow back. Subscribe to my channel, and I'd love to hear back in this. And I'll let you, wait a minute, I'll get this thing right. I'll let you know I love you. And thank you for watching. Kiss the Ray. Love you.